Hey there, my name is Dewey Jones. I'm a Colorado off-roader, and today's trail guide, we are going up to 13,855 feet. And you should see the vehicles that are with me today. Will they all make it? Who knows? We got a little Renegade right here. Is it gonna make it up 13,000? We have a long wheelbase, mid-sized truck in the Frontier. And we got a big boy that needs to go on some massive switchbacks right there. So if you want to see this trail guide, then come along. And I've been talking way too much, so we need to go. Let's go. Thanks for joining us on the trail today. Now we are heading up to Mount Antero, a 14er. We're gonna go through some very tight switchbacks and extremely high shelf roads. Now, if you are new to these trail guides, what we do is we show the trail from start to finish. This is so you can see if the trail is for you and your vehicle. I use my stock Wrangler to help me figure out difficulty, but the video itself should give you a good indication of how hard the trail actually is. Alright, you may remember David and his blue Renegade from the Slaughterhouse Trail Guide, but we also have two newcomers with Jake and his Range Rover and Walter with his Frontier. Let's see how these guys do as they make their way to the top. So the Mount Antero Trail Network is the highest trail system in the US open to off-highway vehicles. These trails are adopted by the High Rocky Riders Off-Road Club, and they ask us to use these trails responsibly so they remain quality recreation for generations to come. This is where you'll make a sharp turn to the right to go see the Boulder Mountain Trail, and if you guys are interested in that, I might have some footage for you. So as you watch this trail guide, you're going to see that there is a ton of dispersed camping along the trail. Now, some of the sites are right off the main roads, while others are tucked back a little further away. Just know if you are into camping, you're likely going to find a great spot somewhere along the Mount Antero Trail Network. I thought this trail was stunning, but we're not even on the good stuff yet. Once we get above tree line, the views open up and it is absolutely beautiful. Alright, here are some potential thumbnails of future videos. Now this is just a small selection of things that we have shot already. There is a ton of videos. I just wish I was a little bit faster at editing, but don't worry, all winter I will be pumping out these videos for you. So this is an important intersection. We are going to go left to continue on Mount Antero. Next year we will hit Baldwin Lakes and I'll show you what that one's all about. if you have not checked out the Tin Cup video, you may want to. Now, just to let you know, we camped right around this area, so I would maybe suggest finding another spot. Alright, so this Mount Antero trail network is used by many recreational users, including hikers. Now, these hikers like to climb Mount Antero to get that 14er high that they enjoy. Now, they may try to drive as far as they can, and they may not be aware of 4x4 trail etiquette. Please understand that, please be patient with them, and help them get to where they need to go. As I noted earlier, I have a ton of videos to edit, and I've discovered some shortcuts that should help me speed up my workflow. However, with that said, I'd love to hear from you what you like or don't like about these guides, and I'll see if I can improve future edits. Just let me know down in the comments. Also, in case you didn't see it, I'm living in a little teardrop currently, and I'm trying to figure out how to upload these videos without returning to my home in Denver. If any of you live in the Yampa Valley Steamboat Springs area and would allow me to jump onto your high-speed internet maybe once a week to upload these videos, that would be awesome. I do have people that will vouch for me. So I understand this section doesn't look that tough, and it really wasn't much of an issue for any of the vehicles in the guide. However, I do want to note that this is one of the tougher sections of the lower section of the trail. Now, the terrain is extremely loose and it's much steeper than the video shows, and that is the reason that I'm calling this a little bit tougher than some of the stuff we have already done. Let's talk about tires real quick. Now, we are wheeling in the Rocky Mountains, so I definitely am an advocate for running beefy tires. Thankfully, I've been quite lucky and have not had to deal with any major gashes through the years, and I've been wheeling for a long time. Now, I do normally run mud terrains, and maybe that's it, but just to let you know, I think beefy tires are key. right, I hope you are enjoying this guide. I hope you like that little section without narration. I thought those images with the music worked pretty well to show the trail. However, we are still on that lower switchback section of 9 switchbacks. We are making our way through them and we're gaining elevation as we go. Now, this is an important time to think about. If you see traffic coming down and you have a spot to pull off and let that traffic come against you. There is not much room to pass here. There is not much room on these switchbacks, so it's something to take into consideration, something to watch out for. We need to all look out for each other and just make our way so we can all use this trail responsibly. So these switchbacks aren't too bad. You should be able to make most of them without doing 3-point, 5-point turns. You should be able to do it with just one turn, depending on your vehicle's turning radius. Now, these really aren't that bad, but the ones coming up get much steeper, a little bit rockier, and a lot more fun. So stay tuned for that on the upper switchbacks. Alright, we are approaching the intersection for the Browns Lake Trail. This is a trail we will do in full detail next summer. However, here we are going to make a left, but this is also a good spot to gather your group up, regroup, and get ready to conquer the mountain. Now we are approaching the Mount White Trail. That is the trail that's to the right of us. We are going to continue straight on. However, I'm curious to see what kind of vehicles do you want me to bring on the Mount White Trail. I also think that's a trail that we're going to need to have some really good drone shots, so I'm hoping the wind won't be too bad for that. Alright, we are now on the upper switchbacks. A little rockier, a bit steeper, and just quite enjoyable. Now, this is a section that in Fun Trucks it rates, or it says around milepost 6.5. If you have a stock vehicle, you should park here and walk to the top. I'm not quite sure if I agree with that, as my vehicle is stock and many newer trail rated stock vehicles should be able to make it all the way to the top. But don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the Fun Trucks books, and I think those authors are incredible at putting these trails together, and I definitely would recommend checking out one of their books. So at this point of the guide, we are definitely above 12,000 feet, and we are working our way to get above 13,000 feet. Now, as you'll see shortly, we had camera issues due to the altitude, and some vehicles may have issues making these climbs due to the way their engine works. Now, none of our vehicles had issues, as you'll see. I think we're all gonna make it, but just know that some vehicles may struggle once they get above a certain altitude. Okay, we are getting to the end. You're going to see that all the vehicles made it to the top. So let's do a trail review. I like sticking with the expert opinions. Both Fun Treks and Trails Off-Road say it's difficult. Trails Off-Road did say it could be moderate to difficult. That's probably what I'm gonna say. Maybe give it a harder moderate. Technicality is low, pucker factor is high, fun factor is high, scenery is extremely high, and you don't need GPS as you can pick up a paper map down at the bottom. I hope you enjoyed this trail and stick around for a bonus little mini feature with some spectacular views as well as some really cool beers. A 14,250, and we're gonna have a beer. So let's see how rocky the trail is. So a diabetes camp that I volunteer at in Florida had to do a virtual camp. This is the footage from one of the videos I made for them.
So this view right here is as close as you'll get to the San Juan mountain range. It's in the southwest corner of Colorado. The difference would be that San Juan's got a lot more red dirt.
Okay, just so you know, none of the beer footage was shared with that diabetes camp. Yeah. 14,250, and we're gonna have a beer. So let's see how rocky the trail is. Pretty rocky. And now I'm feeling good. I can breathe again, so let's have a beer. All right, guys, we are at the top of the 14er Mount Antero. Now, if you guys want me to do a trail guide on Boulder Mountain, this is right there. And if you want me to do one on Baldwin Lakes, that's over there. Let me know down in the comments. All right, guys, we have made it to 13,855 feet. I hope you like this trail guide. Tight switchbacks, great views, all that kind of stuff. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe. If you want to see another one of that awesome Renegade, hit that up there. And if you want to see some more trail guides, check out this playlist over here. Yeah. I never get FJs on video.